Hey, welcome, folks. Back to another AGoT stream. We are prepping for Poland versus Russia. Let me go ahead and quickly link this. All right, so we're looking at some decks here. So we have the Poland Stark versus Russia's Mystery Knight. Russia's Mystery Knight is playing Night's Watch Dragon, and Poland is playing Stark Fealty. Taking a quick look here, looks like the Stark Fealty lists, or at least this Stark Fealty list, has moved into kind of a winter package with the restrictions and nerfs to their faction. Stark definitely took the biggest hit, I think, with the losses of all the cards. So we see the full Mormont package with three Bear Island Scouts, Alisane, and Daisy. There's no mage. Oh, there's mage. There's 3x mage actually. So we're playing full on House Mormont stuff. Last Shot Scouts against Shadows. Jason against Shadows. 3 copies of I Am No One. 3 No Surprises. No Winter is Comings. And then we have Shadow of the North, which cool. This is like a Shadow version of Winter is Coming. Not as efficient because you can't use Fealty to reduce it, nor can you it costs more gold, but it is repeatable. And then 1 copy of North Remembers. We have Wyman as the restricted card, and Carhold as some control against other factions. Oh, Favor of the Old Gods is really sick. 3 copies of Frozen Solid 2. This card is really cool. It basically just lets you. It's basically a cheaper Seal of the Hand if you think about it. So it's a unique one cheaper copy of Seal of the Hand. Pretty awesome card. And then the Night's Watch Dragon should be a Jontron deck based on what I've seen people do with this. We have two copies of Freedman, 2 copies of Missandei. Wait, where are the dragon cards? 3 copies of Gifts of the Widow, is that, and 2 copies of Karth? Alright, so splashing 9 cards? That doesn't seem very efficient in in your banner. But hey, so running just pretty classic. You gotta find Jon Snow, uh, and go ahead and just suit him the fuck up. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and chill here. I'll leave one of the decks up. I can actually use this feature here. Maybe not. Huh. Interesting that it snaps it to full there when I do this. Oh, looks like both players are in here. So oh, Queen's Guard. There we go. Thanks, Alex. I was literally like trying to figure out what the other banner card was. All right, yeah, Queen's Guard. For some reason on Thrones DB, it doesn't really delineate the color differences, or or my eyes are just so bad that I can't tell the difference between blue, like this dark blue and this gray. So it's a little hard for me to read. All right, so into the game we go. Alex, do you wanna cast with me? All right, so we have a two, four, five, six card setup from Night's Watch and a duped mage plus Carhold setup from Stark. Open Late Summer's Feast and open Winter Festival. I do think that having open decklist for some extent reduces variance. So example of what I mean, you have this this matchup right now. So Stark player mulligans, they have a pretty unexciting mulligan with sounds good, Alex. So Stark player opens with a mulligan, right? They haven't mulliganed yet, but their opening hand is this duped mage plus Carhold. It's or they mulligan into this. It's not very good, but they know that they are not going to lose the game on the spot because they just got poor variance in their draws, right? Which I like because just like having a lot of having lots of non games is not as fun. Like some percentage of Thrones games you end up with not a real game because variance. And it happens in all card games, but in these best of one LCG games, it's really awkward when you have a non-game because it feels really, really, really bad. So okay, so marshalling wise, we see. Oh, this isn't Carhold. I'm sorry. This is an econ location. Uh, actually, this setup is not bad for a Stark. They have an econ location and a big. So we had Old Forest Hunter gain a gold. We saw a Dragon Tail. Oh, this is draw step. I see. Okay, so we see Great John plus Old Gate come out for a Stark with one gold remaining. Um, Stark can use that to play No Surprises if they want to prevent something like Gifts of the Widow. So we see a Vault come down. I mean, you don't play Jontron not to draw John, right? So for those who are unaware of what Jon Snow does, he gets a Queen's Guard. He gets there's this one attachment that gives him all of these traits, which is Builder, Steward, and Ranger, and basically then he just becomes this he becomes a giant keyword soup character. He ends up with stealth, intimidate, and insight, and then I believe you play Longclaw, which gives him renown. Looking like Russia really needs this win, and so they're in a pretty good spot here to potentially do that. With this start, yeah, one copy of Longclaw, one copy of Lord Commander to give John a lot of power gain. Sworn to the Watch is the card that gives him all the affiliations. So we see Great John come through, no blocks, kills the Freedman, and then bows or sorry kneels John with Intimidate from the Great John. What is Masande wearing? Oh, she's wearing Sworn to the Watch. That's really awkward. Maybe you're supposed to claim Masande there and get your Sworn to the Watch back. and like not use your dupe to save her. So we have Queen's Guard come down, discards Spare Boot, and then stands John, defends, uses Late Summer Feast to. I don't think I would have done that. I think I would have let my power challenge go through, let Masande get knelt, and then used John to make my challenges. Discards Craster. It's cool seeing all these people, all these players' handles. Like I've played versus Amp quite a few times on online, so it's cool to put some character behind the name. We see. Oh, we see Bound for the Wall. So let's see. So John does military. He uh kills the dupe mage. We see Bound for the Wall gets played stealing last Hearth Scouts. Not a great hit actually, based on what the potentials are. Man, Late Summer's Feast is just going ham here. We have 14 cards in hand. We are gonna have to discard quite a few cards. Oh, I see. Actually, you don't need to. Cool. You don't actually need to have this on John. It just has to be in play. I see. While you control. I just so frequently see it on John himself. So pretty stellar turn for Night's Watch here on turn one. We get JonTron online. We make our opponent discard. We see another Dragon's Tail. So Stark is gonna have to discard 11 cards. I'm gonna have to take a quick screenshot of this. Not really where you want to be. All right, so I wonder what plots are gonna get flipped here. Do you try and go for a reset if you're Poland? It's tough though because you're killing your own Great John and Mage. But like very clearly, John is the important card, right? Like, oh, Night's Watch is actually playing Ghost of Harrenhal too, so they can sequence it to. And if they flip here to serve, that could be tough. Discards 11 cards. Discards all copies of Barrel Iron Scout, Froso, Winter's Coming, Fat Cat, All Last Hearth Scout, Umber Loyalist, and Small John. All right, so both players draw. We saw Wildfire Assault versus Here to Serve. Did trigger Here to Serve to get the Citadel Archivist out of his deck, I guess. Because it just put two characters in play for him to kill. We saw Jade Sea Drawman get discarded due to reserve, and all right, so Stark needs to build out their board here. Oh yeah, he should be able to. He should be able to unbout or yeah, there we go. Thought it was a marshalling phase. He was just using his fealty, but it's still in draw phase. Discards Messenger Raven to Old Forest Hunter in draw step to get an extra gold. Now we're getting to marshalling. We're gonna see fealty get used. We have Jontron versus Stark Fealty. Ivan. All right, so we see another dupe for Missandei, and we see a dupe, or not a dupe for John. We see a Longclaw. So now that the Renown is online and Dragon Last Dagger, God, this guy's so huge. He becomes strength 9 in challenges, can't be the target of character abilities, and then has all three. So he has stealth, intimidate, and insight. Queen's Guard, like we have the full Jontron here. Basically only missing Lord Commander for more power gain. Alright, so we do have a big these are three big characters from Stark, but the stealth from John makes it really hard. So we see a big military challenge come in with Mage and Great John. We see a defense come out, so it's 9 to 10. Pretty easy onboard math there. And we see the insight trigger, we see renown trigger. We're gonna see a Queen's Guard discard. I wonder if Amp realizes that you shouldn't be discard that if you discard Masande to Queen's Guard, she comes into play as a dupe. I believe. I have been led to believe that is how that works. So like by actually duping her and marshaling, you're basically losing a card in your hand to discard the Queen's Guard. See Wyman come in. Oh, sorry. We finished the Stark challenges. We see Great John get used for claim. Draws a card with Wyman. Kneels Wyman with Intimidate. Oh, I see. The Stark player was gonna do an entry challenge, then thought better of it because John would just attack him. Or I mean, John would just block. You're probably supposed to anyway, just because John is now getting the intrigue on you. Man, this is brutal. Man, Queen's Guard is a really messed up card. All right, cool. Thanks for the clarification, Alex. Yeah, so you could discard the. Oh shit, it's not unique. You can just have multiple Queen's guards in the same person. That's actually hilarious. Hello? You're not. You might want to put on headphones, cause I can. Oh, okay, cool. Let me unmute my desktop sounds. Turn my music off. All right, there we go. I have Ivan has jumped from chat to help me cast the game.
Hello everyone, again for a fourth game today.
Yeah, I really appreciate you streaming when I was not around.
I'm trying as much as possible. So, but I'm totally new. So, how is this game is over?
I mean, it definitely feels that way, right? Like we have the full Voltron on John set up. The only thing he doesn't have is a dupe. Oh no, he has a bodyguard. Yeah,
He has a bodyguard.
yeah. So the game's
So,
pretty over.
is Miss Sandys want to the watch there? Miss Sandys want to. Sorry, I'm just watching on the stream. So, let me find the game quickly.
Oh
Which
sure.
one are you watching?
It's Amp versus we were. I don't know. I'm sure I butchered that.
What was
So
the
we see.
password? 1234.
It's ABCD.
Close enough. Um, who has challenges yet?
We're entering draw phase of this of turn 3.
Oh, okay. And he said,
He's at 13
yep.
going first. With John. I'm pretty sure the game's over. Like I don't see any way you could win challenges.
So restricted card here we have Wyman, so no mirror to stop the shenanigans. We have Howler
Hey, what's up, Rebs?
currently.
Yeah, with Halder here, it's like even more over, right? Because you have 4 attachments you can kneel on board.
Yep. Oh,
Oh, car hold.
I don't think it will be enough, but something.
um, no, it's not enough because you just get unopposed challenges, right? You can still gain power via unopposed.
Yes.
Yeah, so John can do unopposed military, unopposed intrigue. Because he's stealth, you can stealth past mage and the stealth past Wyman.
And preemptively will be pumped with all the attachments. I'm
Yeah, but I mean,
surprised
I don't know
that
why he's doing that right now when it's gonna be
because
unopposed.
Winterfell. Because Winterfell.
Oh, I see. So you just get it all out of the way now.
Mm-hmm.
That's smart. All right, here's the intrigue challenge. Stealth Wyman, get unopposed to 14, and then you can stand and do military.
He maybe don't have a card in his deck. Oh, nightmares.
Oh, sure, that works. Oh, Bran can cancel that.
Okay, so one less character.
But I mean, that still doesn't. Oh, we see no surprises. Okay. I still
I'm
don't
surprised
understand
he
how you
didn't.
stop the military challenge from coming in unopposed.
He maybe not have a character to stand to on his 7 cost, so he needs a 4 cost card. Oh no,
Oh,
it's not. Oh, that's no, it's a standard card. I'm thinking Plaza.
yeah, it's not Plaza Pride. Okay, that's why I was wondering when you said he needs a big card. I'm just like, well, he's been discarding small cards all game, so. Yeah, Plaza Pride is the one that lets that you have to discard a certain cost card to stand a big character.
But I think the Intimidate will just do the job. Now with Power Challenge.
Oh, sure, that too. Yeah, you can just win power. You can win military. It doesn't really matter. You have a you have a 13 strength character coming in. Okay, I mean Winterfell gets activated, but it doesn't really do anything.
Mm. And there is Power on the other side.
No, the power is on mage, so he doesn't actually have power to steal. But I mean, the unopposed will do it.
Yeah.
And that's it. I mean, this is a pretty great example of what John can do when unchecked.
What was the reset of choice for the start player? Wildfire? Only Wildfire?
He has
Or
Valar Morghulis also, but the issue with that was if you flipped Valor Morgulis, the Night Watch player had flipped here to serve, so you would have just got Maester Aemon to save John.
Oh, okay. So he played that, but there is no Meister Aemon on the board.
Oh yeah, so when he saw that he flipped Wildfire Assault, he went and grabbed the Citadel Archivist out of his deck and had it die,
Okay. So
just to
he's
like thin his
also
deck, I
doing
guess.
that. Interesting.
All right, well it was a
Oh,
very short very short.
yeah. Oh, next game maybe because
Yeah,
I'm
I will
I can.
yeah, I'll figure out what the next game is. All right, thanks everyone for
Okay.
hanging out.